A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital territory. I am Gracious Ogun. Australia's Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, says the country is under cyber attack from a foreign country, targeting universities, hospitals, industries, and governments. The attack, according to him, had been happening for a couple of months, but have increased in recent times. While not mentioning any suspects, the president says there are not many countries that can carry out such large-scale cyber operations.
I'm here today to advise you that based on advice provided to me by our cyber experts, Australian organisations are currently being targeted by a sophisticated state-based cyber actor. This activity is targeting Australian organisations across a range of sectors, including all levels of government, industry, political organisations, education, health, essential service providers, and operators of other critical infrastructure. We know it is a sophisticated state-based cyber actor because of the scale and nature of the targeting and the tradecraft used.
Kenya has been elected to the UN Security Council after defeating Djibouti in a runoff vote with 129 votes to Djibouti's 62. It replaces South Africa in the non-permanent seats. President Uhuru Kenyatta says the victory is a demonstration of the country's growing profile and influence in the Committee of Nations as a steadfast and dependable development partner. He thanked Djibouti for being a worthwhile opponent and the African Union for its endorsement. The U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday gave President Donald Trump's anti-immigration efforts a fresh blow when it rejected his cancellation of a program protecting 700,000 Dreamers. These are undocumented migrants taken to the United States as children. Justice said President Trump's 2017 move to cancel his predecessor Barack Obama's landmark Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program is arbitrary and capricious, as it violates government procedures in the way it seeks to quickly rescind DACA based on weak legal justifications. They added that there are legal administrative methods Trump could use to cancel DACA, leaving the responsibility to the administration if it wants to pursue the issue. 6 Nigerian airlines have passed the airworthiness requirements in readiness for the resumption of commercial flight operations in the country. Although no date has been fixed for the reopening of airports, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, through its Director of Airworthiness Standards, Ita Awak, said the organization advised all airlines to use only reagents that are approved by the original equipment manufacturer of their different aircraft types to disinfect their machines. We'll take a break now. When we return, Nigeria to begin trial of dexamethasone. Stay with us. Details coming shortly.
Mental health and the COVID-19. It is no longer news that the coronavirus disease is now a pandemic. New cases are on the rise and the death rates have increased. People may develop issues of poor sleep, poor eating habits, undue irritability, and uncertainty. Some may also start to cope with the use of alcohol, substances of abuse, and self-harm. While all of these reactions can occur in response to a stressful event, it is important to share tips to help people remain in optimal mental health. 1. Let's normalize the conversation. If you feel anxious or afraid about the virus, remember, you are not alone. 2. Don't self-diagnose. Just because you have symptoms that are alike to COVID-19 doesn't mean you have it. 3. Plug out and limit sources of information to credible ones. 4. Develop a healthy daily routine, especially as quarantine is ongoing. 5. Focus on the things you have control over. 6. Practice social distancing, not social isolation. Utilize online channels to keep in touch with friends, family, and loved ones. 7. Avoid maladaptive coping techniques such as drinking and smoking excessively or self-harm. 8. Educate children, the elderly, and loved ones on social distancing, quarantine, and how to keep safe. 9. Take care of yourself by eating healthy and sleeping well. 10. Create time for self-development via reading and online webinars. 11. If you or anyone you know has a physical or mental health problem, please use your medications and encourage them to do same. 12. Reach out, seek help, and get help should the need arise for your health. Remember that there is no health without mental health.
You're welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. Nigeria is to commence clinical trials of dexamethasone on COVID-19 patients. Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Hanere, disclosed this at the Presidential Task Force COVID-19 daily briefing on Thursday in Abuja. Peter Hobby, Professor of Emerging Infectious Diseases in the Northfield Department of Medicine and one of the chief investigators for the trial, had earlier in the week said dexamethasone is the first drug that has shown to improve survival in COVID-19 patients, adding that the drug is inexpensive on the shelf and can be used immediately to save lives worldwide. Governor of Kaduna State, Nigeria, Nasiru El-Rufai, on Thursday commissioned a mobile testing laboratory as part of measures to enhance community testing for COVID-19. The governor said the laboratory, donated by the United States Agency for International Development, has the capacity to carry out 400 tests daily and will boost early detection of COVID-19 cases across the 23 local government areas of the state. The governor warned that the government may resume total lockdown of the state if the number of infected cases overwhelms the health system and medical personnel. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, on Thursday announced its plans to fund the value chains of 9 agricultural commodities with 432 billion naira, equivalent of $1.190 billion in the 2020 planning season. CBN's Director of Development Finance, Yila Yusuf, who disclosed this at a meeting to review the successes recorded in the Anchor Browsers program and strategies for the 2020 agricultural wet season, said no less than 1.1 million farmers cultivating over 1 million acres of farmland are expected to benefit from the loans, which will be sent through designated participating banks and is expected to lead to a collective output of 8.3 million metric tons of commodities. He said the bank's funding of the Anchor Browsers program for the 2020 season is the highest since the inspection of the program in 2015. And that's it on AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Gracious Ogoni.